What is up? Welcome. And I don't know what else to say because this is a completely different format than what I'm usually used to. But yeah, today is actually something different. Most of you probably know me from, let's just start from the beginning. Most of you probably know me from, let me think, Gavin Magnus, when I tried to beg him to get into his group because otherwise I would have been homeless and on the street begging for you for money. But hey, instead he said no, and honestly most of everything that I expected to happen happened. So just the latest drama. I'll also be having one or two guests actually every episode, just random people that I'll be messing with, and we'll talk about their drama in their life and drama in my life and just try to solve it all out, just in case some of you have questions and you need answers. So yeah, I'll also be doing different segments where, like, you know, if you have a question or the song of the day or blah blah, I put all those polls on my Instagram, which you could follow, link in bio. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the show. And our first segment is something called, or at least I call it, trending topics. So trending weekly topics, because it's every week. So let's start off with our first, thing within in influencer news. We have this is funny because most people know me from this person. So we have Gavin Magnus, who attended New York Fashion Week, which was obviously in New York, and it's a big, I think it's like a 3-day event. It goes Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and they have all their little entertainment, and they have, people who walk down, and I think people like, who else? Who? They had a dancer. I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's newer. I think it's like Reef Harrison or Rife. I don't even know how to say. I'm so sorry if I butchered your name, but it's something like that. And yeah, but all I know is Gavin Magnus was there and he performed. There was a little footage of him, I think, like performing or whatever, or getting ready for the after party. It's a teenage after party. By the way, why was I not invited to this? You know what? I think I need a better publicist, which is me. But at the moment, and the only reason why it is because I choose, to do my own stuff and not have someone do it for me. But sometimes, maybe in the future, we can accept my own, for me to have a publicist. But back on topic, Gavin Magnus was out there, and there was a lot of different people that showed up for New York Fashion Week. I think Gavin is actually from New York, so it's really interesting to see him back out there. Best song of the week according to the viewers and my friends. So let's get right to it. The first one is from typically_wild, which is actually Albert, the one who's doing all of this. Shout out to Albert. First, Hello, Golden Hour. I've never heard of that, but hey, gotta try it. I'm gonna listen to it. Everyone go listen to that. Okay, now from Molten Foster 7, Detroit Rock City, I think that's the group, right? And then Kiss is the what do you call it? Is the name of it, the song. All right, now let's get to the next topic, which is interviews. And it is the interviews that I did at the 626 event here in, well, it's in Arcadia. For people who do not know, I'm from Pasadena. That's also where I film everything and blah blah. So yeah, let's get right to it.
Oh, I like that.
Everyone likes it here.
Yeah.
I did that. Wait a second, I did that. No, someone with the name Paul didn't make out with his cousin.
No, I didn't, bro.
What's your name? Huh? So that was really funny. I feel like I have to laugh at myself because no one else will. We have no audience here at all. It's literally just me in my room. Our last topic of the week, and this is actually a few weeks behind. I think maybe even a month behind now, but hey, it's our first episode. Let me cover it. So Stefan Benz and Lilo Bear, I hope I'm saying it correctly. Those two, they will be making a music video together. I know about Stefan Benz. He went on tour not too long ago. He's doing a lot. I actually was on this music video recording, but they are making a music video together, and the point is just to say that it just seems so interesting because I had no clue, that there was so much teenage artist. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I went into that room, they were filled with so many people doing so many different things. So I was like shocked, you know what I mean? I was like, oh my gosh, this is interesting. And I got an interview with the one and only Paparazzi Gamer, Will. Very nice. I think Stefan Benz also did, and Lilo did as well. Yeah, but there's many different segments that will be going on, and one of them that I definitely have in mind, but we probably will not do today just because I want questions from people. So in the comments, let me know if you do want to do so or not, and if you do, put your question down on what you want me to ask. And it's kind of stupid because you can ask Alexa if you want to as well, but I'll do it for you. So this segment would be, what should I ask Alexa? Oh god, actually I don't think that's what it's called. I think it's called, oh, ask Alexa of the day. So it'd be like you giving me a question, and I'll say it and say, hey Alexa. Oh, she's unplugged. I just forgot. I had to unplug her because my battery died. So yeah, that's what that would be. And I'm gonna be truthful. I mean, this show again is called The Truth of Austin. So I'm gonna give it to you 100%. You want questions? You want something for real? Not just the same BS from, you know, from the, are you dating Lev Cameron? No, I want to actually figure out what's happening. You know what I mean? In between everything, I want to know all of it. So that's what we're here to do. And yeah, and also it's interesting because I used to be so locked up into the influencer world, and I still am, but you know, a lot of them are just going, a lot of these influencers are just going in so many directions that it's so hard to catch up. So it would be great just to catch up again and interview many of them, which I'll be having on this show. I definitely have a schedule and list of people I would love to interview, but you know, obviously we have to go reach out to them and let them know if, you know, how they would like it and everything. But other than that, let me know, you know, what you all recommend as well, because yeah, this is also your show, so you're part of it. And let's get right next to the next topic and next segment. Let me do that. All right, so we're here with telling your name and everything, what you've been up to.
Hi, I'm Kizel, and I've yeah.
Nothing? You've been up to nothing? Same, actually. For me, it's been really interesting because lately I've always been busy. I can't say lately I've been busy. I've always been busy. But for example, yesterday I went to America's Got Talent. But by the way, this is the segment where we rant and we just go on about the most random. So today, we're gonna talk about a lot of random stuff. It was fun. I've been many times the past month or so. And God, they had us standing out there till 10 p.m. Like we were inside the place. And then, and for people who don't know AGT, America's Got Talent, I'm pretty sure you should know if you don't know. And well, we had to wait forever because we got there at like what, 1 p.m. And then they were like, oh, the Black Eyed Peas are gonna perform today at the end, you know, like, and it was gonna be like a big thing. They had us standing out there for 3 hours for no concert at all at the end of the whole AGT thing. So they just, you know, how they get it for like the B-roll shots, so they just get you, you know, flicking like a little stick around in the sky so they can use it for today. And I'm like, that's so ridiculous. So I was just about to say, I was like, oh my gosh. I don't know if people know this, but most of my friends, at least now, I make off of, and you probably know this, you probably do know this, off of just doing influencer stuff, or just, you know, if I'm doing something on set. I think I mentioned this on the beginning of this show, was that I actually was in the music video. Let me tell you this. It is really interesting working on sets because I worked on sets, right? I worked on, you know, many things on the side and whatever, and some where they cut me off. I don't know why they did that, but they have. And it's just interesting because like the music video sets, first of all, they don't pay like whatever for these type of things. Like they just get you that you go there and it's like, okay, do this and do this. And it's like they don't tell me anything ahead of time. Like I just went up and the director, the guy who was directing it all, and he was like, right before I went up, I got all dressed and everything. And he was like, did you get all the lines? I was like, the lines? I was like, no one gave me shit. And he was like, yeah, the lines. He's like, you had to say all this stuff. And I was like, okay. And you know, usually you do have lines. So he just sent me like, he's like, what's your number? He sent me like a whole 2 paragraphs I was supposed to say. And I was like, you want me to do this right now? And he was like, yeah. He was like, aren't you ready? I'm like, no. But you know, I mean, no, I'm not really ready, but I'll do it, obviously. So like I kind of butchered it the first time because he was like, and it was interesting. But yeah, I went in and she was the one I did my role thing with. I came in and she was like, she's kind of judgy, not gonna lie. And by the way, this is the truth of Austin, so I'm gonna be very truthful. I don't care if you don't like it or not. This is very truthful. Yeah, it's the name of the show. Yeah, so I'm very truthful. You know, I have to be truthful. Some things will obviously edit out, but you know, the very truthful. So I just wanted to say that that whole music video experience was interesting. But so people know how I kind of met you. From the beginning is I had a friend named, I don't know if I'm gonna say him because we're chill with each other. I have no issues with him at all. Maybe in the past we all did, but that was a bunch of people. And I actually reunited with someone recently too. I don't know if you know, but I'll mention it in a little. But so my friend Jude, some of you will probably remember because he was in the original, well not the original, but he was in like one of the squads that I had after the original squad with a bunch of people, like even Peter, people, if any of you even remember any of that. And Peter's long gone. I mean, I think he was supposed to go to China or something like that. I don't know why, but he said he was going to go to China to live there. I don't know, which is honestly shocking because I can never see him out there. But that never happened. Thank God, actually, because I would feel bad. But yeah, so Jude. So I met you because of Jude. We got to figure out like, goddamn, like that would be crazy, but that would also be very terrifying for people who don't know. Jude was on TMZ. I don't know, like this was a while
Yeah.
ago. He was on TMZ for wearing nail like he painted his nails, right?
Colored nails, yeah.
And
Painted.
Mayweather apparently he felt some type of way about it. I don't know why. And this is ridiculous because I was a fan of Mayweather. I still kind of am. But I mean, I don't know why you know what I mean? I wouldn't act like that. You know what I mean? It's so random in front of all those people. I wish that we were able to do an interview back then once I had this show, but this is the first episode, as you can tell. And that was like a year ago, wasn't it?
It was about to be a year. We just talked about it like a couple days ago.
Yeah, yeah. Well, of course, that was a big thing for him. Well, that was on TMZ. I mean, that was not just on TMZ, but I remember like we even posted it on VA. For people who don't know, I own VA Entertainment. It's a hip hop promotional brand. And I don't know if you know who PNB Rock is, RIP PNB Rock. That's new news. I just found that out recently. Just talking about hip hop, and we should have like a hip hop segment as well. That'd be kind of cool. But what I was gonna say is yeah, you know, that was kind of just crazy, the fact that like Jude did all that so last minute, because that was when we were not talking as much. Then after that, I think like a few months we got back together, or before, I forget, but around that time we were chill, I think.
Yeah.
We just didn't talk for a little, and then we got back and he came to my house, we filmed a little. You know, and one of the main things, or I would say main inspirations for the reason why I was like, let me start something like this to do, not just a podcast, because everyone does a podcast,
Yeah.
um, is the fact that like, you know, I was doing vlogging for a while, and that's what kind of made my name like out there. And then I did the Gavin stuff and the skits, and that was all like, oh yeah, like fun YouTube stuff. But then like over time, people, I mean, you know, vlogging is not popular anymore. Vlogging is not popular. Things like that are not as popular as they used to be, you know, back in like 2017, like how everyone used to vlog. And that's how I started. So I just said, let me just do this instead, and maybe new people will find me. It's on YouTube terms, like you know, it's like I'll say like in the next, I mean, I could say the past year has been pretty decent, but like you really have to focus onto what's happening on the app. But if you look at like YouTube right now, within the next year or
hmm
so, it's gonna be like it was in 2020 for TikTok, because the whole shorts thing is popping off and all the different, you know, long-term content is gonna start spiraling again because people want to see new type of content. They don't just want to see stupid vlogs that people do. So what type of content are you trying to do? And also, do you have the name of your channel?
Mm, Not yet. I mean, as of right now, it's like I think it's Chazelle Vlogs or something like that. I'm not sure.
That'd be nice.
Um, but for videos wise, I think I'm just gonna do everything. I kind of like doing like a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
So
That
I
you
don't
should have Jude on there too. If he still helps you. Does he have black hair or blonde hair?
black hair now.
So
He
he's
used to
still
have
blonde.
like black hair and then like blonde front, but then he just recently dyed it
I gotta
all
have him
black.
back on. I gotta have him on because that he is a character. He's a really interesting person. So okay, so that's it for this segment, and we'll see y'all next week with what was this called? What was this called again?
Rant with friends.
Yes, rant with friends. What? Thank you. Oh my gosh, she needs to speak for me next. I'll forget. All right, well, thank you, and I'll see y'all next week. If you want to be part of the show, be part of my next drama conversation, just DM me or anything like that. And also all influencers who want to get, you know, up on here and want to be asked those tough nailing questions that I will ask, by the way. And it's not just going to be tough questions, it will also be fun, a fun interview and many fun games and different things that I'll be doing, and I'll also be giving prizes out in the future. So yeah, but right before we close it out, don't forget to use my code, which will be right here. I believe it's Austin12. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it should be Austin12. And save 10% off anything on Cloudy, where you can get all your melatonin and any type of, like, they have the melatonin diffusers, they have the melatonin cream, which I use to calm myself down, but they also have these gummies. We have the Commies and the Mellows. The Mellows, I believe, are to support less stress and to help you get through your day. You can take during the day anytime, and it really helps. It's all natural, all vegan. And then the Commies Or no, sorry. The mellows are for nighttime. The commies are for daytime. And yeah, don't forget to do all that. And I'm out. Love y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and continue supporting the show. If you have any trending topics for next week, DM me, and yeah, we'll do it in a flash. I'll see y'all later. Have a good day.